everyone, and welcome to SporTView Fall Sports Special. I'm Jay Wyman, and I'm here with my co-host Tom Emmons. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hi, Jay.
And we got a really long, exciting, fun show for you tonight.
We've got all the sports from the fall season. It's great to see these young people come through, and fun to send the emails out and get all the captains and seniors through, and hear how their seasons have gone.
Yeah, a lot of these sports aren't fall. Even the newspaper doesn't report on them a lot. So it's fun to see what these kids have done and how they spent their years, what their best memories are, and a little bit of what they're going to do later on this year and maybe into the college years.
Mm-hmm. So let's hear from them now. Okay, we're going to meet seniors from the Holliston Panthers boys cross-country team. We're going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
I'm John Bush, and I'm a captain.
Hi, I'm Steve Galvin. I'm also a captain.
Hi, I'm Owen Savage.
Hi, I'm Matthew Corbett.
They call me Benjamin Capello.
Great. Well, thanks for being on the show, guys. Tell us a little bit about the season for the cross-country team.
We didn't have too good of a season. We were 2-4, but it doesn't really matter. We have a really good team, and we had a lot of fun running, and just going to practice every day is good. So good overall, but not performance-wise.
So only 7 teams had in the Tri-Valley League? Were they all Tri-Valley League?
I believe it's 9 teams.
Okay, but you just had dual meets against
yes.
6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you had the Tri-Valley meet?
Yes, that was about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And then they have states or anything like that? Or?
We had states last Saturday, actually.
Anybody go?
It was me, Steve, and that's for the seniors. That's about it.
How'd you do?
We did pretty good, actually. We last 2 meets, states, and the MSCCA meet, we actually did a lot better than what we had been doing previously in the season. So
and those are individual, not team. The scores, do they take the scores of the team or the?
I think so. Steve?
For some meets, they take the scores of, like for the Tri-Valley League meet, they take the scores of all the teams and they rank them. But for the MSTCA and the divisional meet, they are more individual.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
What was your best meet this year that you guys had?
I'd say our best meet was Ashland. Did we beat Ashland? I think we beat Ashland. I think that was our best meet.
Nice. Who are the stronger teams in the league?
Hopkinton and Westwood are definitely strong teams. Medway, or Medfield rather, is a strong team.
Mm-hmm. Owen, what's your favorite memory from your cross-country career?
Always going to remember the ham and cheese calzone from Basil's. That's a good one.
Is that like a speed secret or an endurance secret?
Just like it's nutritional. It tastes good.
You carved up? Is that what you did?
Now, do you guys run on the rail trail? Is that how you get there?
Yes, we do, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Well, we don't always run there, but we do run on the rail trail, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, great.
And then you snuck over to Basil's from there?
Every once in a while, yeah. Midway of a run, Yeah.
Of course. My favorite memory is probably the bus rides to and from the meets.
Mm-hmm. A little team bonding going on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a team song you guys are singing with you?
No.
Just kind of went along.
Yeah.
My favorite cross-country experience is probably running with everyone, especially my good friend John Bush. We're a dynamic duo. We have fun running, and we talk about life and everything while we run. Good time.
Besides running with Ben.
Yeah.
You sort of set you up there.
You really don't want to hurt Ben's feelings now, so you got to kind of give him a little prop there.
Besides that, I'm going to say the Brown meet down Rhode Island in 9th grade. Just a fun meet. After we ran, we just kind of explored. There were a lot of nice trails to run down. We swam. It was a nice day, so that was a fun meet.
Cool.
Okay. Steve?
My favorite memory from cross country would have to be on really cold meets. We'd all huddle up under the tarps to stay warm. Tradition started by a couple of seniors last year. Good to bring it to the new generation, sort of pass the torch.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you guys run all as one team, or do you have a varsity and a JV and a freshman team, or how does that work?
For dual meets, everybody runs together, but for larger invitational meets with more than 1 or 2 teams, it's usually a varsity or a freshman and a JV race.
And you have how many kids total on the team?
I'd say about 20.
About 20. Nice. And
So-
you got any superstars coming along, or?
We had a couple of sophomores who are very talented, and a couple of freshmen this year who showed some promise.
Good. And one last thing, do you guys in the summer you're training? Do you train together in the summer? Or is there? I know like some sports have camps and stuff. Do you guys just go out and run on your own, or how's that work?
We have captain's practices, so we'll normally meet outside the school, and anyone can come. We all run together. There are some running camps that our coach recommends for us. Not everyone does them. I didn't do them, but a few kids this year did. And yeah.
Oh, cool.
Now, who's the coach of the team?
Phil Ryan.
Still?
Oh, Coach
Yep.
Ryan, is he really?
Oh, and
Wow.
I can't forget about Coach Acerto, too.
Can't forget that mustache.
Good.
Okay. Well, Phil Ryan was coaching back in my day, back in the 70s, so
Since the late 60s.
don't tell him that, but he probably remembers most of that.
Good coach. He's a good
Yeah,
coach.
yeah. What about winter, spring sports? You running, and any post-grad plans? What's in your future?
I plan to do spring track this year. I did winter track last year, and honestly, the cold just ruins the fun. The spring track's a lot better, and I plan to study political science after high school.
When, in the spring, what are you going to run?
Probably the mile.
The mile? And any idea of where you're going to college yet, or?
Somewhere around here,
Around
New
local?
England.
Good.
I also run winter track, and I'm a captain for spring track. So looking forward to those seasons, and hopefully I can pursue running after high school, maybe at the club level or intramural level.
Where are you looking to go to college? You know yet? Or?
Local. I'm looking at local schools around.
Okay. Owen?
Well, I do swim in the winter, so after that I'll do track again in the spring. And as for running, I'll just probably do it the rest of my life because I like it a lot, so it's fun.
Good. What events in the?
For track?
Yeah.
Or swim?
For track.
Well, for track, I do the mile.
Mile. What do you swim when you?
I'll do like the 100, 200 breaststroke a lot, yeah.
Really? What do you think is tougher, swimming or
I'd say track.
track?
Yeah.
In the winter, I play ice or hockey, and then in the spring, I'll do spring track, and then I run the mile and the 2 mile. And my plans after high school is college, and my number one choice is University of Montana.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
how come? Any reason? Or just
want to get out of New England. So, yeah.
well, Montana is out of New England. so-
Yeah.
Hello. I've done winter track the past 3 years, but I don't think I'm going to do it this year because it takes too much time out of my day. I need to focus on college, Boy Scouts, other stuff like that. In the spring, I do ultimate frisbee, and for colleges, I'm thinking of BU. I think it's my top choice, but private school has a lot of moolah you have to come up with.
Yeah.
UMass Amherst, other stuff like that. Probably engineering or business I want to major in. Do a minor in film or photography. I'm not sure about that yet.
Kidding.
For running, I want to do more of the longer half marathon or marathons. I've done a couple half marathons. They're very fun. As a matter of fact, I did one yesterday. That was fun.
Did you really?
On the-
Whereabouts?
On the track. 52 laps around.
Oh, on
in
your
case
own.
anybody was wondering.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to do more running. I want to run really far. Hopefully get up to the ultra marathon level. That'd be fun.
Now, Ultimate Frisbee, they're defending state champions, right?
Oh yeah, we won D2 last year.
Nice.
So you guys going to be tough coming back?
Probably. I mean, yeah, we will.
Well, great. Well, thanks, guys, for being on the show. We really appreciate having you here, and wish you the best the rest of your senior year.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. It's great. Don't worry about not having a good record. I mean, you left a legacy behind, and you went out and did your thing, and that's really good. And as I tell all the kids, really enjoy your senior year. It's a special year, but just really play it smart and take care of yourself. But thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seniors from the Holliston Panther boys cross-country team. Okay, let's meet the seniors of the Holliston Panther field hockey team. They're going to introduce themselves to you right now.
I'm Kate Naughton. I'm a senior captain.
I'm Addie Datz. I'm a senior captain, and I play right forward.
I'm Betsy Hamry. I'm a senior captain, and I played center mid and right mid this season.
I'm Megan Burke. I'm also a senior captain. I played mid and forward this year.
I'm Sarah Lacey, and I played forward.
I'm Haley Hansen, and I played right back.
I'm Jillian Davis, and I played forward.
I'm Ashley Fondo, and I played forward.
I'm Morgan Jeffrey, and I played defense.
I'm Camille Jean, and I played forward.
I'm Casey Prendergast, and I played midfield.
Well, great. Thank you for being here. Big senior squad. Tell us a little bit about how the team did this year.
We had a great season. We won 11 games, so more than half. We beat some teams that we haven't beat before, so it was really great. It was a fun season.
Mm-hmm. And this has been the second really good year that Holliston's had in a row. Last year, you guys made the playoffs as well. So two back-to-back good years.
Yeah, so we've had our Coach Wesley for 3 years now, and the first year was our sophomore year, and it was really a building year, but the last 2 years we were really able to capitalize on, our team, and, we were able to start winning more.
Yeah, one of the games we saw, we came set up one day for football, and you guys were playing Dover Sherburne. Mm-hmm. That was the first time you had beaten them, in
8 or so years, yeah. That was probably one of our favorite memories as a team, was beating them. And we also this year had a new player, Ashley Fondo, join us for her senior year, so that was great to bring her in her last year of high school, and she had a great season.
Mm-hmm. So for the captains, the 4 captains, and you had a lot of senior leadership on the team, how about the younger kids? There were a lot of younger kids involved, and what are you leaving behind? You leaving a good set of kids behind for you? Or?
Definitely. I think this year was a year where we all came together. It wasn't really one individual person who stood out. We tried to share our knowledge with all the underclassmen. I think a lot of them definitely stepped up, especially in the playoffs. So I think they're in good shape for next year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to work out for an off season? You guys, is there a regimen you go through? Do you go to camps? Do you do anything like that? Or?
Over the summer we do a couple camps, and there's also a youth thing that we do for a week. And then we just have workouts throughout the off season. So they have there's a youth program in town, mm-hmm. and you guys coach it or something. Yeah,
awesome. Well, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's start with favorite memory of your career at Holliston and in field hockey.
Yeah, definitely favorite memory was beating Hopkinton when they were the #1 in the TVL. And it was an away game, and they're a really tough team, so I think we really came together, and yeah, it was a good win.
Great.
One of my favorite memories was last season. It was in our playoffs, and we beat Scituate in overtime, and there was one of our former players, Caroline Warner, and she scored the goal, and we all just ran onto the field and jumped on top of her, and it was super exciting.
I would have to say my favorite was when we beat DS, which was really great because it was the first time in 8 years, and it was just, you could just tell it was a really big deal, and everyone's such a positive memory.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say my favorite memory is probably when we were
TVL champs last year and we won the league because it just shows how far we came between our sophomore year and last year, our junior year, going from, I think it was only 4 wins last year to 12 or 13 the year when we won the TVL. And, we made the playoffs that year, and it was just a great time.
My favorite memory was probably senior night. It was like one of our last games on our field, and it was like such a bittersweet moment, but I really liked it.
And how long have you guys played together? I mean, other than you actually joining, but I mean, all the way back before middle school or starting in middle school? Or?
When we started, it didn't really start until 7th grade, so I know that I've been playing since 7th grade with all these people.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. Okay, go ahead.
I think my favorite memory was when we beat Medfield last year, and then we made it to states, and it was like the first time in like 11 years, I think. So it was really exciting.
One of my favorite memories every year is the camp that we do in the summer. It's really great because it's really hard hockey, but it's also a really great bonding experience for us. So I feel like when we leave camp, we're always so ready for the season. So
Is that a camp that just Holliston attends, or is that
no?
other teams?
We've done Providence College camp in the past, and then this year we did World Camp. So it's a bunch of teams with all different counselors and stuff. So it's really great because it's like a team time.
My favorite memory was beating Hanover this year because last year we ended up losing to them in the semifinals, and it was a really tough game. So this year we were able to come back, and we scored 2 goals, and we beat them 2-0. So it was an awesome day.
Payback, right?
Yeah.
My favorite memory would have to be this year when we beat Hopedale at home at our last home game ever as seniors. We beat them 2-1, and we hadn't beat them in the past 3 years, so it was just a great team effort and a great way to end our regular season.
My favorite memory is definitely when we beat DS. It's just been a really long rivalry we've always had with them. It was pouring rain. I remember I was injured, but I played because I wanted to beat them. And so we finally won, and it was just such an amazing feeling. A great way to end my high school career. So,
I think my favorite was like Camille's, the senior night. The juniors did a really good job. Like for the after the game, which we do like a little ceremony, they did a really good job.
Well, maybe we'll go to the next round. What about winter and spring sports? If you're playing that, or any post-college, post-graduation plans?
Yeah, I play tennis, and so I'm really excited for that season to come. Yeah.
I run track and I do short distance sprinting in the spring.
What little colleges?
Not for track, but I also do horseback riding, and so all year round. So
where do you do that?
In Holliston, just a barn. Yeah, close by.
I'll be playing ice hockey this winter.
I'm not doing any other sports this year, but for college plans, I think I want to be a major in something in science.
I'll be swimming in the winter, then I will play lacrosse in the spring. Yeah.
I think I'm going to do indoor and spring track this year, sprinting.
Yeah, I'm considering doing both winter and spring track. I haven't really decided yet. But then for college, I think I'll probably stay in New England, but we'll see.
I think I've done track all 4 years, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm a distance runner. And for college, I'll be going to school in upstate New York next year. So
You're all set?
Yeah, I'm going to St. Lawrence.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thanks,
You
thanks
know how
guys.
much snow they got the other day?
You're what?
Did you hear how much snow they got the other day?
Yeah.
Syracuse got like, what, 2 feet of snow or something?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I bought a new winter coat.
Better buy some boots, too.
I actually won't be playing any sports for the rest of the year, but I would love to study Spanish in college next year.
I don't play any more sports with the school. I play field hockey all year with club, and I don't know where I'm going to go to college. But
I'm doing swim in the winter, and for college, I want to study French.
Well, great. You know, very successful, field hockey season, the last 2 seasons, combined. So you should be very proud of that. And where we're proud of you for representing Holliston so well. So, kudos to you, and I hope it keeps going, with the seasons, following.
Yeah, thank you, girls, for all you've done. I mean, it's really great. And I think it's kind of tough, right, when you're seniors, you come through all together, and then you kind of got to say goodbye. But that's the way life is. You'll be fine. But anyway, have a safe senior year. Play it smart, but have a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Mm-hmm. Seniors from the Holliston Panther field hockey team. Okay, let's meet seniors of the Holliston Panther girls soccer team. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
Hi, I'm Megan Cox. I'm a captain. I play center back.
I'm Izzy Getchell. I'm also a captain, and I play outside back.
I'm Amelia Porter. I'm also a captain, and I play in the goal.
I'm Becca Malcolm. I'm a senior, and I play defense and midfield.
I'm Erica Chipman. I'm a senior, and I play defense and midfield, too.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for coming here on the show. And tell us a little bit about how the girls soccer team did this season.
We did really well. Our record was 9-6-6, and we made it to the semifinals of the state tournament, which was farther than we've made it in a really long time.
Going into the season, we didn't think we had two goals. We wanted to win TVL and make it and qualify for the tournament. We didn't get the first one, but we made the second one, and we made it way farther into states than any of us thought we could, which was really exciting.
Who were the better teams this year in the TVL?
I'd say the most competitive ones were Medway, us, and Medfield were really good.
Because Medway went deep into the tournament, right?
Yeah, they made it to finals, I think.
State finals?
Yeah.
There was a lot of tough competition. There were some games that we knew we could win. There were some games that we had to really fight for, and then there were some games that could go either way, and sometimes they didn't go the way we wanted. And we just had to work off of that and do what we could to improve our record.
What do you think the game was that really was a big game where you really knew you could play with anybody out there?
Well, there were a lot of games. Usually you can kind of tell how a season's going to go in the past. You've been able to kind of type different teams, like we've seen how they've played in the past, but this year it was very different. A lot of teams that don't usually play as well had really strong offense or really strong defense this year. So there were a lot of games where we were kind of not sure if we would make it because we weren't expecting this level of competition, and we powered through. We had some games against Medfield and Westwood that were very big highlights, and especially the shootout at Duxbury before we went to the last semifinals game that we played.
Yeah, I think especially the midfield game, we kind of proved everyone wrong. We came in with a strong mindset, and we're like, okay, we're going to do this. Because I think a lot of people's expectations were kind of low because they knew Medfield was one of those teams. And so I think we shot 3 goals right in 10 minutes. So I think that's really what pushed us to keep going.
And we were down 3-0 at the half, and then we just, Chip said, we came back and scored 3 goals in 10 minutes, and the energy was just nuts that game. It was crazy, yeah.
Soccer, you guys obviously have played since you were little kids, but you've probably also played with a lot of kids from other towns too, right? So playing with them, does it surprise you sometimes when you're playing some of these teams and you say, wow, either they weren't that good when we were little, but now they're good, or anything like that?
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially I know Amelia and I both play club, and I play with some girls from other towns. She plays with some girls from other towns, or we will play them in club. So it's really interesting when you're playing your own teammates and you're kind of laughing and joking with them, but you want to beat them. So.
And sometimes when you've been on their team for a while, you know what to expect. So that's also a hand up in the situation. You know that this girl likes to play it wide, likes to shoot from far away or something like that. So that's really helpful.
Let's talk a little bit playoffs, because you had a great playoff run. So you finished your regular season, and now what's the senior mindset? What are you saying to the team as you're heading into who was your first game?
Our first game was Falmouth, so it was originally going to.
Long trip.
Yeah, it was our first notification of what our game was going to be. It was going to be Notre Dame Academy, which would have been a really tough game. And we've played Falmouth in a preseason tournament, and we beat them, so we were really glad that we got to actually play them. And I think going in, we knew that we could do really well, and we did.
Yeah, like Amelia said, we ended up winning the Falmouth game. Was it 4-0? 4-0. It was a 4-0 shutout, which was awesome, and it just really boosted our confidence going into the next game. And I think because of our results of the Falmouth game, it's why we ended up doing so well against Duxbury, because we were just on such a high from the first game. It was awesome. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the Duxbury game. So were they rated higher than you in the state?
I think so. Yeah, Duxbury last year went pretty far. They went farther than us in the tournament, I believe, and they ended up losing to Hingham, who we lost to. But we weren't really sure going into that game what to expect. It was a much higher competition than the Falmouth game, and it was very close the whole game. We got down to the last 10 minutes before we tied the game up to go 2-2 to go into the overtimes, and just the energy on the field was insane. When you go into double overtime and you're playing 100 minutes, and then you go into penalty kicks, and they ended up missing all of their penalty kicks.
Oh,
it was
really?
it was crazy. I don't know how you felt, Amelia, in net, but standing on the sideline, we were all holding hands, just our hearts beating out of control.
What are you saying to some of the younger players? Once you get late in the game and you're down a goal, and then once you tie it up and now you got to make the penalty kicks, what are you saying to the younger players?
You just have to keep your head. We've all been playing since we were really little. We all know how to take penalty kicks. We all know how to pass and play a smart game. So just being able to stay calm and stay focused, even though this game means so much more than a practice, you're playing the same game that you play every single day. So you have to just really stay focused.
Mm-hmm. Who was helping you out, Amelia, in front of you? Who do you rely on when it gets tough?
Definitely Megan is very strong in the back there. She goes into everything. She puts everything she has on the field. She's had a bad knee and a bad other knee and for a really long time, and she goes into everything she's not hurt at all, and that really helps. And we also have Maddie Sahajian in the back, and Elizabeth Mackey, and Izzy and Emily Clapper, who's very strong. So I was really confident with my defense that they could keep it away from me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you think the Panthers look pretty good next year as well?
Yeah, I think they have a strong standing as of right now.
Mm-hmm. Two of the rookie players this year, actually, Emily Clapper and Sydney Ricardo, have really stepped up since the beginning of the season. They've really transformed from their previous level of play, the high school play, and they've adapted really well. All of the underclassmen have adapted really well to this level of play, and I think they're going to be a strong contender next year.
Do you know what grade are they? Freshmen or?
Emily Clapper is a sophomore, but Sydney is a freshman.
Nice.
Great. Just start with favorite soccer memory in your Panther career.
I'd have to say I think this year was, we lost to Westwood. That was definitely a rough patch for us. But I think after that game, Coach really pushed us, and she knew we could do better than that. And I think just all the seniors, seeing all them just push everyone else around them, that kind of inspired me. And I don't know, I think our team really changed after that. We just really pushed ourselves, so that was definitely my favorite memory.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think the Duxbury game was definitely my favorite memory. Having played in states my freshman year and then being on varsity every year other than that, that game was kind of the turning point between what we'd already done since I've been on the team and what was new for us. Winning that game put us farther than we'd ever gone before. So being in that game and having it be such a close game and such an intense game was definitely very, very memorable. So
I'd have to say mine was the Duxbury game too, just because the energy was insane. Playing during that game, I can't even describe it. It was stressful, fun, so many emotions all at once. And especially when we got down to the penalty shots, I didn't take one, but just watching my teammates, it was crazy. It's unheard of to have a team hit the crossbar twice and then hit the post after that. So it was definitely a good memory to have.
I'd have to say personally, last year, our home opener against Medway, we won 1-0 which was a really, really big game. It was my first game ever playing in a varsity game, and got the shutout, so that was pretty good. My coach said, they're going to score some goals on you, but you can't let that get in your head, and so that just made me want to like do my best and not let anything in. So that was a big game for me.
I think my favorite memory, it's actually two different memories because it's an event that we do every year with Coach Chadsey, and she calls it her Chadsey Cup. And we all do these little games as a whole team, and I think it's one of the greatest team bonding activities we do all season. We have so much fun with it. We break up into teams, and it's like a scavenger hunt. And we go and we run downtown Sprinters Loop. We take pictures with everybody. It's a lot of fun, and we get to talk to people in the town, too. So that's always one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah, great. Winter and spring sports, and any idea, trying to do this soccer thing, do this school thing, do this college thing, and anything you can tell the people at home?
I think this is the first year I'm actually not going to be continuing soccer in the winter and spring season, but I do intend to pick it back up in college just because I want to sit down and focus on my applications and things like that. I'm never going to leave the sport behind, though.
Mm-hmm.
I may be doing spring track. That's a maybe. And
what do you want to do in spring track?
Probably like run the 200 and 100. Yeah. And for school, I'm looking more towards places in New England, probably like UNH or URI. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I am playing club this year, so I'm all year round still playing soccer. And I am not sure where I want to go to school yet, but I'm looking to play divisionally in college, so we'll see how that works out.
I'm not doing any more sports after soccer. I am working, and for schools, I am looking to stay in New England. I want to study international relations, so I'm hopefully I want to go to either Syracuse or Fordham University in New York, so yeah.
Well, I also do club soccer, and so that's throughout the winter and the spring, and I'm also doing spring track. And for school, I definitely want to stay in New England, probably like UMass, BU, something like that.
Very good. Well, great. Well, thanks for being on the show, and congratulations on your great season and all the great memories that you're going to have, all your class reunions from now. I'm sure they're going to be special when you get together. So.
Yeah, the memories get, the lies start to grow as you get, 10th year. Thank you, girls, very much. It's really, really great that you start as a little kid and you come all the way through and you get to be so successful. I think that's really awesome. And again, thanks for all you've done for the town, too. And have a fun senior year. Play it safe, play it smart, but have a lot of fun because this is it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Mm-hmm. All right, seniors from the Holliston Panthers girls soccer team. Okay, let's meet seniors from the Holliston Panther golf team. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
I'm Chad Piepenburg.
Pat Battersby.
Dalton Ring, captain.
Ryan Donahue.
All right. Hey, thanks for being on the show, guys. Tell us a little bit about how the golf team did so far this season. Well, did this season. It's completed.
We had a pretty decent year. We did better than last year. Sadly, we didn't make states. We had one match that we could have won. We lost by 6 strokes, which unfortunately that was the game that kept us out. But overall, it was a fun and good year.
Mm-hmm. Weather seemed pretty good for you guys, right? For so far in the season.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't really have rain at all. It's nice and warm.
Mm-hmm. Who were some of the better teams in the Tri-Valley League this year?
Usually Westwood and Hopkinton are the two best.
Mm-hmm. The state tournaments and all those things, are they all team based? Are there individuals that would make it, or do you go as you qualify as a team?
If your team goes above 500 or 500 better, then your team qualifies. But if not, you just send one kid to the tournament.
Oh, you can still send one to the tournament. Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now I saw one of your matches against Naughton with just one stroke. You guys won by how? Tell us a little bit about how that came down.
I think that was the one that we tied with our 6 lowest scores. So then it goes to the 7th score between the two teams, and our 7th player had, I think, 3 strokes better than their 7th player. Mm-hmm. So we ended up winning in the tiebreaker against them. And our coach always jokes that no matter when we play them, it's always within like 6 strokes of each other. And this time it came down to the alternates.
So is that how it works? You just whatever scores you guys get, the top 6 plays. You're not playing a match against another person and then keep track of the wins and losses that way.
Right. So it's stroke play. So we have 8 people who start, and then the 6 best scores from those 8 will go to the team score, and then whichever team has the lowest combined score of the 6. And then if they tie, it goes to the 7th player and then 8th player, and then don't really know what happens if it's
when you're out on the
still
course,
tied.
do you know how close it is at all?
I mean, sometimes you do, not usually.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on the team you're playing and how the day is going, just by looking at people around you. But overall, not really.
How much do you guys play throughout the year? Do you have like captain's practices and play or anything?
We don't have any organized captain's practices, but the whole team really plays all summer. I know a bunch of players on the team have played almost every day of the week over the summer.
Do you normally play at Pinecrest so you get to know it better? Or?
Yeah, normally Pinecrest, but we like to go around. Glen Ellen is one other place that we like to go to. A lot of courses around here.
What's the hardest course that you find other than Pinecrest?
Probably Ponkapog, just because it's just such bad conditions over there. It makes it very difficult to play. And then there's also Norfolk Country Club that has a lot of hills and it's very long, so it always proves difficult for most of the players.
Have you guys anybody to play any of like world famous courses or anything?
We do get to play at TPC Boston because that's
really?
Norton's home course.
Yeah.
And that was one of the games that we lost by 6 strokes and kept us out of states, sadly.
Okay. What about your favorite? Did you have a favorite round this year that you had?
Usually it happens at some random course, so I think it was Sassamon this year was a good round. But
do they play there?
Yeah.
Sassamon Trace, the one in Natick?
DS plays there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, what was your favorite golf memory? 4 years of Panther golf. What sticks out in your mind?
I only played 2 years actually, but I think my favorite memory was probably this year when I shot a 36, which was probably my best round, at least this year, maybe all time, and that was definitely a good memory.
For me, it was definitely playing TPC Boston, something I've always wanted to do. For someone who just kind of started playing, to play at a place where the pros play, was definitely a cool experience for me.
My best, or probably the best memory I have of golf was this year when we actually had to make a kid run, which is the first time I've ever seen someone run in golf. It was during tryouts because the kid showed up late. So
Really?
Yeah.
How far do you have to run?
He had to run back and forth from one hole to the tee box 3 times.
Interesting.
Best memory?
Yeah.
Probably just like hanging out with Mr. Murphy all the time. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Younger golfers coming up with the Panthers? How do some of the younger golfers look for next year?
We actually just had like the biggest freshman class tryout this year, so that should be good in the next couple of years. They're pretty good.
And I think JV this year had their best season under Mr. Galster, who's been coaching for 8 years, so I think the future of the program looks pretty good.
I was just going to ask you that. So you have, of course, a varsity and a JV team, and then a freshman team also? Or no, just the freshmen are playing the JVs unless they can make the varsity?
Yeah.
Very good.
You playing any winter or spring sports or plans for post-graduation?
I'm doing tennis in the spring, and I'm looking mostly Midwest for schools. I want to do aerospace engineering, and I'd like to maybe play golf in college, like a club team or something like that.
What was the question?
Are you going to play any winter or spring sports? And do
spring.
you have any post-grad plans?
Spring, just lacrosse, and then for post-season, or probably looking to go down south for schools, like wherever. I got South Carolina and below, probably.
Myrtle Beach.
Get away from the snow.
I'm going to be playing lacrosse in the spring as well. I actually committed to UMass Boston for lacrosse, so I'll be playing lacrosse there in college.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I have no other sports playing this year, but I would like to play golf in college, possibly on a club team. I'm kind of looking all around for schools, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for a major yet, but probably some sort of engineering.
Well, great. Well, thanks for being on the show, guys, and we wish you all the best for the rest of your senior year and post-grad.
Yeah, it's too bad it's cold. You can't get back out there, but have some fun. Play it smart, play it safe this year, but really have a good time. You guys earned it, and thank you for all you've done for the high school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seniors of the Holliston Panther golf team. Okay, now we're going to meet senior captains from the Holliston Panther cheerleading squad. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
Hi, I'm Stephi Lamkin, senior.
And I'm Gabrielle Vaza, also senior.
Okay, well, thanks for being on the show, ladies. So you're the only two seniors on the team this year.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of leadership responsibility for you to get everybody else together. Well, tell us a little bit about how your competitive season went.
So we did really well. We got to regionals. We had like a few injuries during the season, but we're really proud of how we kind of pushed through those, and we had a lot of changes we had to make to the routine, but we did really well in that regionals. Even though we didn't move on, we're really proud of how we did, and we worked our hardest, so that's all we can.
How many girls on the squad?
There are 16.
We started with 16, now we have 15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You didn't lose one in the regionals, did you?
No.
How many competitions do you end up having throughout the year?
We had 3 this year because we went to an invitational, which like doesn't really count. It just like gets you ready for TVLs, and then we had TVLs and regionals. So,
So a lot of people might think the cheerleaders just, go to the games and cheer, but you have, and these, the competitions you have are pretty intense. Why don't you talk a little bit about what happens there?
Yeah, take us through a typical day, a competitive day, yeah.
So you get there pretty early, they're pretty long, and you warm up first, and then you go on to compete. So a routine is 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So we usually compete against like around 8 teams. Yeah. There's 8 in the TVL, I think. And yeah, you do your routines. People are like, oh, what do you practice for? And we're like, oh, competitions. But usually people like don't know what that is. So, yeah.
How do they judge you in the routines? What are they looking for?
So they judge you on tumbling and stunts, and like how clean your routine is. If everyone's like doing the same thing at the same time and the same counts. And yeah.
And how many times will you do the routine on a competition day?
You do it twice. So you go through warm-ups, you do it once, and then you do the actual performance, so another time.
Mm-hmm. And Stephanie, how many times do you practice during the week?
We practice 3 times a week. We started actually doing 4 times a week. We had a tumbling class at an all-star gym, and then once that ended, the session ended, so we just have 3 practices a week.
Is it more gymnastics than dancing, or
it's
a combination?
Yeah, it's a combination of everything. There's gymnastics, there's stunting, dancing, there's a cheer, so it's kind of a lot packed into the 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
How do you figure out who's the flyer?
Well, she's one of our flyers. I used to fly, but I stopped. I grew out of it. So it's just, people kind of start, like almost everyone flies in your Pop Warner days, and then it's just who kind of continues with it and who likes it the best and is the best at it, kind of.
What do you like about being the flyer on the squad?
Not a lot. No, it's kind of scary, but I don't know. I like being up there and smiling to like the crowd, and I don't know. It's a lot of pressure and responsibility, but.
So the flyer, for those who don't know, is the person at the top.
Yes, I have them in the air. Yeah.
Jump and do flips and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So how did you do in the Tri-Valley League? How did you finish?
We did really well. We came in 3rd, so we were really proud.
And then that qualified you for going on to the regionals?
Yes.
And where were the regional competitions?
It was in Marshfield, so kind of far, but.
And how many schools were there? Do you know?
8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
In our division.
Oh, okay.
10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how did you guys do in that?
We did really well. We felt really good about the routine. We got 7th out of 10, which isn't. We kind of disagree with some of the scores that they gave us, but you can't really do much about it. We're still really proud with how we did. We hit everything. We all smiled. We had fun. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, what favorite memory from your cheerleading career here at Holliston?
I think mostly like team bonding is a big thing for me. We did this season every Friday before the game. We would all just stay after school and we got Basil's or something like that, and we could just hang out and
and then we got ready for the game together, and just any team bonding in general is a lot of fun for the team, and yeah, it's one of my favorite memories, I think.
Mine is probably at regionals. Our coach was crying. She was so proud. We were all crying. I was just so proud of our team because we went through so much with injuries, and we just did really well. So it was a special moment.
Yeah, you don't think about that, injuries, to the cheerleading, but a lot of the moves, a lot of the gymnastics, a lot of the flips and stuff like that, does put a lot of pressure on people. Plus, how many times you're doing it throughout the week. You said practicing 3 or 4 times, so that's a lot there.
Yes.
Plans to do other sports in your spring or in the winter or spring season?
I do not. We usually tumble all year round, which is like flips and stuff, but I don't play any other sports. So.
I think I might do tennis in the spring. I'm still debating it, but I've done it all 4 years, and just a fun kind of extra thing to do.
What about other plans after graduation? Have you thought of what you want to do? Or?
Yeah, I think UMass Amherst is my top school. I hope to go there.
We both went there.
Yeah.
But
oh, really?
Don't let that dissuade you. Really, I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, my sister goes there. She really likes it. So, and I've toured it a few times, and it seems like a good school. So I hope to go there.
Great.
Yeah.
I want to go to college. I don't know where yet. I have a few schools I'm looking at, but yeah, I think I want to major in psychology. I really like that.
Very good.
Well, great. Well, congratulations on your great season, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for leading the team. I mean, that's really pretty cool. I mean, you guys that's pretty far. That's pretty good. You got to get to the regionals and everything, and enjoy the rest of your senior year, girls, and have a lot of fun. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Senior captains of the Holliston Panther cheerleading squad. All right, let's meet the seniors of the Holliston Panther boys soccer team. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
I'm Kyle Papulis. I played midfield this year, and I'm a captain.
My name's Cam Waddell. I played defense this year, and I'm a captain as well.
I'm Jake Obid. I played goalkeeper this year, and I'm also a captain.
My name's Zach Jacobs. I played defense this year, and I'm also a captain.
My name is Michael Wexler. I played defense this year.
My name is Shane O'Neill, and I played forward this year.
My name is Ismail Maganga, and I played striker.
My name is Ben Dooley. I played defense this year.
My name's Yoel Linyabu, and I play left mid this year.
My name's Zane Saeed, and I played striker this year.
My name's Hampton Boyd, and I played defense this year.
Well, great. Thanks for being on the show, guys. I love the jackets. They're awesome.
So are some of the ties.
And some of the ties. That's great. Tell us a little bit about how the boys soccer team did this year.
So going into the season, we had a lot of high expectations, returning 11 seniors. And I thought we did pretty well. We started off really hot. We were 6-0 and hadn't conceded a goal through 6. And we stumbled up a little. I think we ended up losing 5, was it?
11.
We lost 5 and tied 1. But we clicked the first game in playoffs. We ended up beating Seekonk 4-0. And then we played the 1 seed Norwell, and they snuck by us 1-0. So
really?
that was a tough loss. But overall, I thought it was a very good season. A lot of people stepped up, and I'm satisfied with how we played.
Who were some of the other top teams in the Tri-Valley this year?
Dover Sherburne, who ended up winning the league, was a tough opponent, and we had a lot of trouble with Medway. We just didn't match up well with them. They were a good team. They ended up winning the South Section for Division III, and then Naughton, obviously as well. They're a great program. So those were probably the 3 toughest teams we played all year.
So a strong league then, not just
no,
and
really,
then you get to the playoffs, and that helps you out, I'm sure, a lot
Yeah.
when you're playing against strong teams all year.
What were some of the characteristics? What about the Panther team? What did you guys do really well? Gave other team fits?
We had a lot of team chemistry, I feel like, and we passed really well. And you could see when we were hot, we were just clicking, like everything was going smoothly, and teams would kind of just be standing there just waiting for us to make a mistake because that was all they could really do. But so that was kind of nice to see. We just always had chemistry throughout the season. We're always having fun with it, and everyone was just playing for each other, and that's kind of what made us a great team.
Quickness, a lot of defense too, right? Especially in the beginning of the season with all the shutouts that you had.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good defense. We had Zach Jacobs, who was the defensive stud. He was our center back that just never let up, always making great saves. And we had Hampton Boyd, another senior. No one was faster than him, so it was always great to have that safety net back there. And we had Jake Obed, who, didn't let anything by that wasn't well deserved. So, definitely a great defense as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, big senior class. There's some young players coming up too. You got Holliston Panther program's got a good future.
Yeah, we actually had four freshmen make the team this year. The sophomore class, 3. The sophomore class is pretty big, and we have a good amount of juniors returning.
Mm-hmm.
So they should be solid next year, and all of them have very good foot skills.
Mm-hmm.
And most of you guys have played together since you were small?
Oh, yeah, I've played with these guys since I was young. These guys played club soccer with me when I was younger, and like Cam said, we've just had a ton of team chemistry throughout the years.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's just jump into favorite memory from your soccer career. Could be this year or any of your 4 years.
My favorite soccer memory for Holliston High School was definitely my freshman year when I scored 2 goals on the senior night that my brother was on the team. And just scoring those first 2 goals were special to me, just in front of all the fans. And that was my first 2 goals, and I kind of went crazy when we were already winning by a lot, and I shouldn't have, but I was just so happy.
Oh, that's great.
I'd say my favorite memory was when the whistle blew on our first playoff game this year and we won. It was just such a great feeling to get a playoff win, and everyone was hugging, and it was just awesome to see, all our effort throughout the year pay off, and the bus ride home was amazing. We all just had so much energy and passion, and it felt really good. So that was my favorite.
My favorite memory probably would have to be Cam's goal in our first playoff game. It was on a set piece. Kyle lofted a perfect ball, and Cam ran under it and flicked it over the goalie. And they were celebrating down all the way on our bench, and I was on the other side of the field. And I ran all the way across and jumped in. I was so jacked up. But that was probably the most fun I've ever had competing in a sporting game. That entire game, and especially that goal, was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have to agree with these two. That Seekonk game was probably the best memory I've ever had. Just the intensity of the entire game, going up 1-0 and then end up winning 4-0 was my greatest memory. Playing with these guys, being able to celebrate a playoff victory finally was work paid off on that game. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say one of my favorite memories was Adam Gilbert's goal. He's a junior this year against Naughton to put us in the lead. He came and celebrated with us on the bench, and it was a really energetic game.
My favorite memory for soccer in high school was last year with my brother. He was a senior last year, and he graduated, and I played in a game against Bellingham, and I got to assist one of his goals, and it was just the best feeling ever.
That's really cool.
My favorite memory was definitely senior night. Yeah, having all those parents and the crowd was going crazy. That was nice.
It's a special night, isn't it?
Great time.
Yeah, I definitely got to echo what Ismail said. Just the energy of the whole team, the heart that we came out with on senior night. We have 11 seniors, 11 players on the field. I think that was really special, and that's what helped us dominate, I think, Dover-Sherburne for that whole game.
My favorite moment in my high school career was last year against Westwood when we were down 1-0. And then I was able to assist Ismail here and then score a goal. And well, unfortunately, we tied the game, but it was still my favorite moment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick, one favorite memory. As long as I was, on this team, with who these players I consider my family, or my second family. I just loved spending time with these guys, and I'm going to miss them.
I definitely have to say Kyle right here's goal against Naughton to put us up 1-0, which was huge because they were the defending state champions.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys had a great career together. It's not over yet. Your Panther career isn't over yet. Don't forget those reunions. You guys are going to have a great time talking about your undefeated season.
how you beat Norwell 6-0.
That's right. That's right.
As you get older, the lies get bigger. So that's all right.
But all kidding aside, let's talk a little bit about the future. Plans for sports for winter and spring, or post-high school, excuse me?
Throughout this senior year, I plan on doing spring track, and I play club soccer year-round. I'm going to play in the winter, spring, and hopefully during the summer, I'm able to help with some camps throughout the summer for my club.
For this year, I might do spring track, but that's probably the only sport I'm going to do, and then I'm hoping to just get a job and start thinking about college. So that's my plan.
In the winter, me and my buddy Sam Athey are going to be managing the basketball team, so I'm pretty stoked for that. And then come springtime, now till spring, me and Z are the baseball captains, so we're just going to be locking it in for baseball season, hopefully. Going to break down the door and get into playoffs for the first time in like 10 years. So that's the goal this year, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah,
like Jake said, being able to break down that long drought that we've had is the primary goal right now, spending all winter, all spring, trying to break that. Playing with Dooley, playing with Wex, baseball season's going to be great. So.
Yeah, so this winter I'm going to be wrestling, and that's probably about the last sport I'll play in high school. So we got a lot of young talent on the team. So hopefully it'll be an exciting season.
This spring I'm going to be playing tennis again, and I'm a captain of that team. And then I'm also going to be playing club soccer with Kyle for Abbeville.
So this year I might do spring track and get a focus on getting into a good college. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, like Obed and Z said, look forward to seeing the baseball team back here, talking about our playoff run. It's going to be a good spring.
This year, during winter, I'm going to play club soccer, and during spring, run track since I'm a captain.
It kind of goes with the territory.
Hopefully, I want to, just do something athletic. I don't want to sit around and do nothing. You know what I mean? Hearing from these guys, I might consider doing spring track too. So
somebody sign him up, okay?
Yeah. And definitely getting a job and considering, college and stuff.
Plan on doing track in the winter and then hopefully working this spring.
Well, great. Thanks, guys, for being on the show. Good luck with your banquet tonight. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And thanks for representing Holliston and doing a good job and being a real example to the younger guys that are coming up. Look forward to the future as well.
Yeah, I think it's really special. You get to start out as younger kids and work your way up through it and get into the playoffs, and that's really cool. So thank you for all that. Thanks for all you guys have done and setting a good example for a lot of other kids too, especially the younger kids. Have a great senior year. Have a lot of fun. Play it smart. Play it safe. But enjoy it this year. It's the end.
Okay, the seniors of the Holliston Panther boys soccer team. Okay, let's meet the senior linemen of the Holliston Panther football team. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
My name is Brendan Malone, and I play right guard.
Ryan Vosler, right guard.
Ben Sally, center.
Mark Mulvaney, right tackle.
Mike Bidek, defensive line.
Mike Bazisco, left guard.
Rob Cox, D-tackle.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. Coming here right off the practice field, guys. Really appreciate it. Know you're busy. Your season's still going on. A big game coming up on Thanksgiving against Westwood.
Yep.
So tell us how the season's gone so far and get you to this point.
Well, obviously it didn't end how we wanted it to end, but with these guys, you couldn't really ask for anything more. We've been bonding ever since the summer, and the winter coming off our season last year. It's been a great time working with, especially these guys. We've grown so close, and there's just hoping to get it done on Turkey Day next Thursday.
Yeah. What day of the week is it?
Like Ben said, this could be our first win on Thanksgiving in our high school career, so we're trying to get that done. And
Yeah. Well, the playoffs have really messed things up as far as this Thanksgiving Day rivalry. I mean, back in the day, it was always the last game of the season, and back in my day, you didn't know if they were going to make the playoffs or not. And and then they've changed the system, but Holliston Westwood's always been a big game where a big crowd comes out, and I'm sure it'll be big on Thursday.
Just like Ben said, like just bonding and battling with these guys every Friday night, and just like I just love being a part of this team, and yeah.
They earlier in the season, the beginning of the season, we had you guys on, some of you guys for the with Coach Perry, and I noticed that you guys really very, very close, work very closely together, and of course it seemed like you really enjoy working with Coach Perry. Talk a little bit about how that's gone through the year.
Well, we've always been a brotherhood, and Coach Perry kind of right away when we come in freshman year, he gives us shirts, we have dinner together, and we just kind of build up that brotherhood bond. So, yeah.
What Coach Perry brings to this program, it's truly an amazing experience. Even if you're not an offensive lineman, you can still get what he's saying. Not even about football, the life experiences that man will teach you is just truly amazing.
Yeah, what Rob said, we have a great brotherhood, and Coach Perry kind of acts as the leader of the brotherhood, I guess.
Going into the Westwood game, of course, and we had the loss to Westwood early in the season. What are your thoughts on going into Thanksgiving Day?
I think we're feeling pretty confident. We've had a nice long week, 10 days to get ready, so we're feeling good.
I got a question for Mark. I hope this isn't too personal, but I did walk through the hallway and I saw the superlatives, and one of them stuck out there and really sort of surprised me. And maybe you guys all voted him in, but I thought I saw most huggable.
Yeah. I don't know. These guys must have just...
Some people just got it, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't the other TVL lineman that voted you there. That's for sure.
Most holdable.
Right. What sports you guys playing after the football season's over? Are you doing any winter or spring sports, or any plans for college coming together yet?
Well, this winter I'm going to be working at a old assisted living home, and in the spring I'll be playing lacrosse. And hopefully, I don't really know where I'm going for college yet, but hopefully I'll be studying something with business or communications like that.
I unfortunately won't be playing any more sports with my knee.
How are you doing? You going to be able to play? Or?
Oh, yeah. I go in over winter break to get surgery. So.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
You're out for that.
So I would have been playing lacrosse, but this year I'm just going to take it off and rest for college, and I hope to attend Notre Dame and study either history or poli-sci. So.
Really? Notre Dame, huh?
Yep.
I'm not playing any sports in the winter, but I'm playing baseball in the spring, and I don't know where I'm going to college yet, but I hope to study construction management.
I'm not sure if I want to play winter. I'm probably not going to play winter sport. I think I'm just going to focus on getting a job. And spring, I might play some spring track. And for colleges, I'm not really sure where I want to go, but I think I want to go in the business field, maybe business management.
Football is really the only sport I play. So after football, it's pretty much I'm just going in the weight room. And colleges, I have a couple options, but I want to study athletic training.
Yeah, no sports in the winter or spring, and probably just going to work out and get a job. And for college, I don't know yet where I want to go, but probably going to do something like business.
I'll be doing winter track, and for college, I'm not sure where I want to go. Definitely want to play football, and either want to study exercise science or business.
Well, great. Well, thanks for
Well,
being.
wait a minute.
What?
We haven't had their memory.
Oh my gosh, Jay! Thank you.
He's losing his. How about your favorite memory in of football here at Holliston?
I mean, the 2 Super Bowls were a pretty unreal experience, but I mean, every Friday night is just amazing. Going out every week, seeing the week's work come together on Friday night is just unreal.
Yeah, I got to agree. The 2 Super Bowls were just amazing. You can't. There's no experience I've ever experienced that's anything like that. But specifically, one memory that I'll never forget is that Middleborough game last year. Our junior year, we're driving and we score, and that cute quarterback sneak right up the middle. It was the crowd went. They went nuts. It was just an unreal experience.
Yeah, just entire season is great. Probably best memories this year was my last game against Hopkinton when I was pulling around the edge for with Spencer behind me, and it was just like great being out there and just kind of back to the running back days. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Winning the 2 Super Bowls is definitely an unreal experience. And I would just say battling every Friday, like Mark said. I mean, I love these guys, and I love playing with them every Friday.
Yeah, the 2 Super Bowls. But other than that, I'd have to say playing the last home game for us seniors, that was a good experience to end it off on a really good note.
I think this whole season as a whole was definitely a really good memory for me, just going out battling every Friday night with the guys that I love. But in particular, the one memory that I really liked was senior night. I just thought that really hit home for me, so it was just a really good experience.
Definitely the 2 Super Bowls for me, and like Mike said, the senior night was pretty special.
That's great. I mean, you guys are going to always be Panthers forever, you know? Some of them's clockers, but even though he loves the Panthers now.
But I like you guys,
that's
right? You knew that,
that's
right?
But really, you know, it is special, and you'll enjoy that, that camaraderie forever. So go out and, take a few knocks on Westwood, and we wish you all the best.
Yeah, guys, thank you for everything you've done. I mean, of course, with us, you know how excited we get, especially him. It's been really great. It's been a great run, and I think you ought to be incredibly proud of what you guys have done as a team over the course of the years. And you've always done it the right way, and you've always done it with style. And a lot of people can go out and be winners, but they can't win with the style that you guys have done. Thank you very much for all you've done. Have fun your senior year. Enjoy yourself. And let's go to Westwood and have some fun. What do you think?
All right, the senior linemen of the Holliston Panther football team. Okay, we're going to meet some more seniors of the Holliston Panther football team. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
My name is Jack Barrett. I'm a captain, and I'm a quarterback.
My name's Sam Matthew. I'm a captain, and I'm a safety and wide receiver.
My name's Sam Ratcliffe. I'm a captain, and I'm a running back and linebacker.
I'm Mike McKenna. I'm a tight end and a linebacker, too.
I'm Dan Pitt, receiver and defensive back.
I'm Jack Inman, and I'm a wide receiver and defensive back.
Well, thanks for being on the show, guys. We appreciate you coming right off the practice field to give us a little time, getting ready for the big Thanksgiving Day football game we know. Just coming up this week. Today's Monday. So tell us a little bit about how preparation's going for Thanksgiving.
It's going well. I mean, we're excited. We're excited to finish our Holliston career, at Westwood. It's probably the second best option aside from Gillette. So, we're going to take advantage of the opportunity and try to send ourselves out the right way.
Yeah, obviously not the end result we wanted, losing over in Hanover, but definitely going to try to finish this thing strong. We've had a great run the past 3 years of high school, and it's been a while since we won a Thanksgiving Day game, so we're going to take care of business.
Well, it's been a while you haven't won, but there's a reason for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely it didn't end the way we obviously wanted it to, but I still think our team has a lot to be proud of this year. And especially for Thanksgiving, preparations are well underway. We're very confident going into this game, so it should be a good time.
Yeah, we're definitely excited to play this game. We haven't won, like you said, in a while, so we want to be the first to win here. So
I think the amount of time we have for Thanksgiving to prepare, we had 10 days. So scheme-wise, we're ready, locked in, have a lot of energy, so we should be good to go.
Like everyone touched upon, we haven't won this game since we were freshmen. We've lost every year, so it's made us even more hungry to end our season winning this game. We've had a long break to practice, go over their plays. We know their offense pretty well, so I think we're going to take care of business.
Let's talk about your favorite memory up to this point. Could make the big memory down there in Westwood. We hope you do and wish you the best. But so far in your Panther career, what sticks out in your mind?
Probably Duxbury last year. Coming into the year, we were definitely underdogs, and no one really expected much from us. And they were a top team in the state, and to knock them off, it really opened eyes around the league and around the state, and showed everyone what was coming for the year. So it was a good memory.
My favorite memories are definitely the wins at Gillette, because a season's hard work coming together and finishing off the season in the best possible way, and then hoisting that trophy with 73-7. That's just what it's all about in the end. So we were on the fortunate end of 2 Super Bowls, and those are just amazing memories that I'll keep forever.
Yeah, I would definitely say the 2 Super Bowls were my favorite memory personally, because, obviously it's great to play in that atmosphere. Play where the Patriots play. It's just an unreal feeling. And to see all the hard work we put in come through fruition, it's a great feeling.
For me, it's probably this entire year. It's just been great, being a brotherhood here and bonding and just getting to know each other really well. It's just been amazing. I'll always remember this team.
It's tough to pick one memory, but if I had to say from this year, it'd definitely be senior night. Just going through all of high school, waiting until you're a senior, and then you're finally there. That was pretty special. And then all the summer workouts and stuff, grinding with the team, being there with everyone. That's great moments. So,
I would definitely say my favorite memories was the 2 Super Bowls we won. Being at Gillette Stadium is just, it feels unreal, and when you're on the field, you kind of are stunned for a second. It doesn't feel real, so that was just an amazing experience, and getting to do it twice is not something a lot of people can say they've done.
Mm-hmm. It really, the only thing I have to compare it to is in 1975 or 76. 75, they went to Boston College, and it was the first AstroTurf in the area. I'd never been on AstroTurf before, but just even being on the, just on the squad there running the other plays, Hanover's plays, just felt great. So I can't imagine what you guys went through to have that experience. Yeah, and you'll always have that, You guys are going to be looked at as some of the best teams that Holliston's ever put through, and you're always going to be Panthers. So something to really be proud of. The linemen talk about their brotherhood, but there's the bigger brotherhood of Panther Nation for sure. So last question: spring, winter sports after Thanksgiving, and do you know what maybe college plans are?
I'm making a comeback in basketball. I haven't played since 8th grade, but I'm doing it.
It's a round ball.
Yeah. I'm doing
it back when you're bouncing.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm doing that this winter, and then I'm definitely looking to play college football, but I haven't decided. I haven't made a decision yet. I'm trying to keep my options open until February, where I have to sign. But yeah, and then I look to study psychology in college.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing baseball in the winter, and I was hearing from the soccer guys about some of them who play baseball. We're excited about baseball. We think we got a great team this year who's got a lot of potential. And as for college goes, going to try to play college football as well. So, I'm going to be in the weight room all winter, working hard. And, as for major-wise, I'm going to look for something in either business or communications.
I don't think I'll be doing any sports this off season. There's still a pretty good chance that I'm going to play college football, so I want to take that time to get my body ready and kind of get ready for the next level. I'm not sure yet where I want to go or what I want to study, but I think I definitely want to play football.
I'll be playing winter track in the winter, and college, I'm not sure if I want to do college football yet, so we'll see, but definitely want to major in engineering, so...
I don't have any plans for winter or spring sports. I plan to go in the weight room, keep my body in shape. That's one thing I learned from football. I got admitted to Nichols College, so I plan to go there and major in sports management.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I plan on playing spring track in the spring and lifting in the winter. And then for college, I plan on pursuing a career in chemical engineering and best case scenario going to Johns Hopkins.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we wish you the best on Thanksgiving. We'll be there. HCAT will be there covering you, and I know there's going to be a big crowd of the town because it's gonna mean something. Definitely a pride bowl. Both teams want it, so we wish you all the best, and we'll be there cheering you on.
Yeah, guys. Like I told the lineman, you guys are really lucky. I mean, I know it didn't end the way you wanted it, but to look back and see, from a real old timer, they didn't even have Super Bowls when I was around, when I was playing. But what you've done, what you've accomplished, don't look at yourself as a failure or anything. I mean, you guys are just fantastic. You did the right thing. You did it well. Like I told the lineman, you won with style. You won with class. A lot of people don't do that. And take that through the rest of your life. And also, the little adversity you got, okay, you got it. Get over it, and I'm sure you have, and go on to the next thing. But thank you so much. With Tom and I, and Lisa, all the stuff that you guys have done, it just made our Friday night so much fun. And you made it, just exciting for the whole town. So be proud of what you did, and play it safe, play it smart the rest of the year, but have a lot of fun this year.
Mm-hmm. So, seniors, part 2 of the Holliston Panther football team. Okay, now we're going to meet seniors of the Holliston Panther girls cross country team. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
Hi, I'm Marley D'Angelo.
Hi, I'm Helen Dolan, captain, co-captain.
I'm Haley Ryan.
Thanks for being on the show, ladies.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how the cross-country team, the girls' cross-country team, did this season.
This season was really good. We had an awesome team with a lot of new members, like underclassmen, and it was really fun. We made it pretty far in the season, I'd say, and I think we did really well overall.
Yeah, we had a new coach this year, Coach Murphy, and she was really good for our team.
Yeah, the season went pretty well. Me and Haley had younger sisters as freshmen on the team, so it was really fun running with them, yeah. But yeah, it went pretty well.
How did the little sisters do with the seniors, helping them out?
I'd say that we're pretty equal, like running-wise. We ran a lot of the meets together. I'd say us 4. Yep.
What kind of prep do you guys do in the spring and the summer to?
Over summer we have like a lot of captains practices, and we just try whoever can go runs. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you know how long is the track, the race that you run?
Oh, most of them are about like a 5K, which is 3.2.
Oh, really?
Or 3.1, yeah.
Now, do you have to, before a meet starts, do you pick the 7 that are going to score, or does everybody run and whoever comes in the top scores?
Yes.
So like top 7 isn't set until the big invite meets where you have to have a set top 7, like in divisionals, you have to have a set top 7. You can take 10, but you can only run 7. But in the home meets, you can just run and see who gets top 7.
So you ran? Did you guys run in the divisional? Anything beyond the league meets? Any state meets or anything?
Yeah. We automatically go to divisionals if you're in the top 7 or the top 10, And then there's also TVLs, which everyone can go to, because there's like JV, and then there's varsity, which I think takes 7 too.
Who were some of the better teams in the Tri-Valley this year?
I don't know. You'd know.
From like
Hopkinton.
Yeah, Westwood won TVLs, and then it was Hopkinton, and we were. What were we, fifth? Fifth in the league, I think.
What was the most exciting dual meet that you had this year?
I don't know. What do you think, Billy? I don't know.
Do you have any really close ones? That you win?
Was Hopkinton pretty close? Yeah. It was at Hopkinton State Park.
How'd you do?
I don't know. Do we?
No.
We were. Sorry. Marley and I we're JV, more the less like experienced runners, so we did it more just to stay in shape. But it was still, I think Hopkinton was really close. Yeah, there was a lot of like, it was like people like running to the like trying to like pass each other close to the finish. So that was good. Yeah.
Cool. Very good.
Yeah.
Is it illegal to bump and jostle?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Are there referees there, or do you?
Just like
there's. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Just like our coaches usually stand along the course, and yeah, you can't really bump each other. I think you get in trouble. I don't know. Yep.
What's your favorite memory from your cross-country career here at Holliston?
My favorite memory is probably our senior night. That was really fun. Our sisters gave us our flowers, and like Coach said a little speech about us, and it was nice. What's your favorite memory?
I don't know, like divisionals this year, I PR'd in my last race, so I was pretty happy about that.
Personal record.
Yeah.
That's great.
Very good.
I'd say my favorite memory is probably Twilight Meet, which was like 2 years ago, and it's a meet that takes place during the night, so you're running the course during the night, which is really cool. And they have a lot of like, there's a bunch of like glow sticks, and everyone was just having a really good time, and it was really memorable.
Oh, great. Plans for spring or winter sports?
I'm not going to do a winter sport this year, but I do play tennis in the fall. I mean, spring, sorry. So that'll be good, yeah.
I do winter track and spring track.
You run distance?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything in the winter, but I do tennis in the spring. So me and Haley will probably run in the winter to keep in shape.
Now, hopefully you don't have to do much shoveling this year.
I know, I hope not.
It's been a big issue the last couple of years.
Hopefully
No
it
tennis,
stays pretty.
just shovel.
Yep.
And the boys don't help.
No.
That's what we learned.
That's what we learned that.
Yeah.
Plans post Holliston graduation? Do you know what schools or majors you're looking at?
I've applied to a few colleges. I really like Stonehill. For majors, I'd probably thinking business or like event planning, in that area.
I don't really know what I want to do in college, but I'll probably go.
Yeah, I've applied to a few schools so far. I really like UConn. My sister goes there, so. And I applied as a psych major. I'm not sure if that's what I want to pursue, but it's something that interests me.
Very good.
Oh, great, great. Well, thanks for being on the show, and congratulations on your good cross-country season. We wish you all the best the rest of your senior year.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great job, girls. I mean, that's a lot of practice. I tell this all the time to the cross-country kid. The two, I think, hardest sports in this order are wrestling and cross-country. And I played a lot of sports. I don't know how you guys do it, but congratulations. And as you get older, maybe you start running some marathons or something. We get to root for you in Boston. How's that?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for all you've done, and have a lot of fun this year.
Thank you. We will. Thanks for having us.
Okay. Seniors of the Holliston Panther girls cross-country team. All right, now we're going to meet the seniors of the Holliston Panther volleyball team. Going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
I'm Maggie McCallum. I was an outside hitter, and I was a captain this year.
I'm Lindsay Kester. I'm a setter, and I was also a captain.
I'm Julia Dykema. I'm an outside hitter, and I was also a captain.
Great. Well, thanks for being on the show, ladies. Tell us a little bit about how the Panther volleyball team did this season.
We didn't do so well. We We won a couple games though, and we really came together. As a team.
I think this year we did a lot better than we did in the past years. We haven't been that strong of a program, but I think with the new girls coming up, we've bonded a lot more and we played a lot better than we did in previous years. Yeah.
What do you like best about playing volleyball? What drew you in? Did you start as a freshman or?
So we all started when we were in 7th grade at the middle school, and we've been together since then. And I really just like the sport itself, and I like setting, and I also really like our team.
I think that as a team, we're very close. Even though our varsity team is really underclassmen strong, we don't have many seniors or really many juniors. We're still really close inside and outside of the court in the season, and I think that's really interesting and cool that we have.
Does the program start, well, you mentioned 7th grade, does it start then? I mean, probably much younger than they probably couldn't play volleyball, but how's the program set up? Do a lot of kids participate? Or?
Yeah, there are a lot of upcoming middle schoolers right now. When we were younger, there weren't as many, but now there's new coaches and new staff. Now the program has really grown, so we see a lot more talent now, which is really exciting to see.
Excellent.
And every year we go down to the middle school and we kind of help out during one of the practices. And I think this year there was more players than we've ever seen. There was like 40 of them, which is huge for volleyball, especially because it's not that popular of a sport in Holliston.
Yeah, it's good you do that because the little kids really look up to the kids in high school, and they, it's really cool. That's what keeps them coming back.
Yeah, it was fun to be like a mentor for a day.
Cool.
Now you're an outside hitter, you said?
Yeah.
So you get to do something that nobody else in any other sport is allowed to do legally. Kill.
True.
That's the one thing about volleyball. Yeah, like all these tough sports, football and wrestling, they never get to kill. No. They don't yell about killing. Killing's a bad thing.
They can maim, but they're not allowed to kill.
That's right.
Okay?
But in volleyball, kills are a good thing. Keep track of it, you know?
Yeah. I think also this year we started to keep track of kills, which kind of I think it inspired us to try and get more. So we did really well hitting this year.
Do you when you're playing the game in the middle of the game, do you rotate? How does that work? So does everybody get to play all the different positions?
So we run something called a 6-2, which is a really specific set of rotations. And so I'm always setter on the team, or right side, which is another hitting position. And so you move around the court, but you're still the same position. Like even if I'm where Maggie usually plays, I'm still a setter and she's still an outside hitter.
So what does a setter do?
So in volleyball, there's bump, set, spike, right? So you bump the ball and then I set the ball so she can hit it or so she can hit it. And I don't hit the ball a lot, but it's really fun. And I always get to touch the ball every time.
And for volleyball, it's really important that we all have our base positions. That's kind of what she was talking about. I'm a hitter, so my goal is to always end up back in the hitting position. And so when you rotate around a serve, you automatically go right to your spot once the ball is in play.
And does everyone get to serve?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe does serve.
Did you have a libero this year?
Yes, we did. She is one of our best players. She's a sophomore now, and she was on varsity as a freshman, a starter on varsity as a freshman, which is really cool. And she's really amazing, and she's really helped the team so much.
Yeah, my daughter was libero. She liked that. Get a different jersey and sort of a specialist, that's all. Digging specialist.
Oh, digging?
Yeah. Well, not digging, not like you do.
No, but I mean digging, you dig out right before you dig out, and then they hit it to the setter who sets up the spike.
Spike, yeah.
Right?
The kill. Tell us about your favorite memory from your Panther volleyball career.
One of my favorite moments was actually this year was when we played a game at Millis, which is a team that's not as good as we've faced in the past, but that we're not really used to having a really big crowd at our games, and it was their play pink game, and they had a really big crowd, and so I was really proud that we pulled it together and we played better with a big crowd than we usually play, which was really surprising. So.
My favorite memory was probably this year, too, and it was our last game, and it was really emotional because it really hit us that, we've been playing together for 6 years, and it's done now, and it was really sad, and I really realized how much I value our team and our teammates and everything that we do together.
I think also all the Play Pink games, which is our like how we raise awareness for breast cancer. Those are always amazing because you have all your friends coming and your family, and they're supporting you, and you're raising awareness for something that's such a big deal. And also, our freshman year, we did a tournament, and you play volleyball with 6 people, and we ended up playing with 4, but we actually did like amazing. And I think it kind of showed like we worked so well as teammates, and then I played with them for 4 more years, so it was amazing.
Awesome.
Gonna play any winter sports or represent the Panthers spring season?
I actually don't play any other sports, but I do volleyball in the winter and in the spring.
I swim on swim team, which is fun.
And I also do club volleyball in the winter and the spring.
Plans post-graduation? Have any schools, any colleges really stick out that you like, or majors that you're interested in?
Not really a specific school, but I'm looking at maybe communications as a major or French as a minor.
Yeah, I don't really have a specific school either, but I want to be a doctor, so probably biology major.
Wow. What kind of doctor? You know yet?
ER.
ER?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of school.
Yeah, same. I don't really know any schools, but I'm probably going to focus on something like psychology or sociology in French, too.
Well, great. Well, we wish you all the best. Thanks for representing the Panthers out there on the volleyball court. Glad you didn't kill anybody. Just recorded kills.
Yeah, the other thing is I think it's great that you guys have gone down and inspired the kids coming up. 5 or 6 years from now, you'll pick up the paper and you read that, Holliston's winning the state championship in volleyball. Just remember that you had a lot to do with that, because that inspiration is really important to the program. So thank you for doing that. Enjoy your senior year. Have a lot of fun. Play it smart. Play it safe. But thank you, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Senior captains of the Holliston Panther volleyball team.
Every year we talk about this, Tom, how the word bittersweet keeps coming up, that it's great to see these kids growing up and moving on, but it's kind of sad to see them moving on too, because some of them we followed since they were freshmen in high school. But it's great to see that they've done such a great job. And, these kids aren't just good athletes, they're good students and just really good kids.
And the way they bond together as a team, Jay, you really see it. They're sorry that they're not going to play more games together, even though they've got the rest of their senior year. And they build something special. It's about relationships, and they're gonna enjoy their fall season sports that they play together, and the memories they had as teammates. They'll enjoy those forever.
Yeah, and you got those memories for a long time, and now they got them on film, so they even got them longer. So we want to thank everyone who helped us tonight. Of course, the lovely Lisa on the big camera, Don Cronin and Bruce Guilfoy out there. This being the end of the fall season, and of course you probably won't see this at this time. Thanksgiving will be over, but it is Thanksgiving week. We want to thank everyone who's helped us over the fall season and here at the high school, all the administrators, of course, Matt Baker, all the coaches who've really been so supportive, and the wonderful kids who have come in and helped us. I want to thank you too, Tom. And other than that, I just want to say good night to everyone.
Good night, everybody.